what's up you guys, After Reacts here, and today I'm going to be reacting to some more Roswell, New Mexico. This is season 3, episode 9. Let's get into the episode.
I understood you to be one of the brightest minds in your field.
I filled in what I could, but it's beyond me.
It is so troublesome when the spark of ingenuity slips away. Seems we need to find ourselves a smarter genius, huh, buddy?
It's really weird that they gave him a dog. And he was kind of the dog when he's a villain.
Where's Max? Well, apparently almost dying and then swapping bodies with an evil dictator sort of takes it out of a guy who's been asleep for 2 days.
Hey, did I sleep through the plan to save my life?
There seems to be no lasting effects from the paralytic you were injected.
It's very rare that you see a character that just has like pink hair.
And where your adverse reaction to it came from.
Physician to physician, I could be helpful here. I suggest you have your team relook at
He's awake.
reticulum for traces of the paralytic.
Okay.
Position in these wells. You're a patient.
I'll take it from here, Darby.
I didn't even register who was on the table.
Clearly, your stubbornness shows your strength has returned.
I'm thankful for the care, but I should really...
You want to learn who attacked you. Well, what you should do is leave this research to us. You don't have the expertise to do this kind of off-book work. There is so much of Jim in you.
Then that should be reason enough for you to let me help you pursue this.
No, I opened this door to my brother and I got him killed, and I will not do the same to you.
Hey, you don't get to say something like that and just walk away. You better add a little context to that sentence.
You're here.
I'm here. You know, I've been thinking a lot about the clues we found out in the mindscape.
Can we maybe think about them after breakfast?
Yes. People Brock's burritos.
Maria and I haven't had a chance to talk about what she saw in Patricia's memories.
Amidst a eugenics nightmare, we discovered that
He just
her
knows?
grandmother and Michael's mom were secretly building a machine to contact an alien here in Roswell.
But where is this alien hiding? Between Tripp's journal and a chat with Alex?
When did he know?
Well, clearly not all. There were you three, Noah. Maybe some are still in a pod.
Or, like myself, and
I thought he was in the dark.
they hatched. In which case they would come out kind of...
Speechless, confused, lost.
When police find my mom wandering, they first file a police report.
Which is why I brought Max's computer and sheriff's codes. All we have to do is search police records for a case that matches that description, compile a suspect list, and then investigate from there.
Yeah, but that could be a huge list spanning decades.
Hence the butter me up burritos.
How's the office, honey?
I'm a little distracted with these dials. Working theory is a take on the Visionaire cipher with a twist.
You know I love when you talk Cody to me. I'm calling because I want to make sure that you're being careful with the brain melter.
Yes, and I'm eating my Wheaties.
Yeah, I mean, it's not funny.
First day back, Eduardo did a full workup before and after handling the device. Although we don't know why, the machine seems to boost dopamine levels, which produces hallucinations and auditory misnomers, which I posit to why that anybody who's working closely with it feels like the machine's talking to them. So I'm working on it in 15-minute increments every 6 hours.
Promise me you won't take extra credit with the alien phone, because I know you've been working late.
Oh, that's our show, kids. End of my safety window.
Okay, have fun. Don't lose track of time.
I am not going to forget our very first real in-public date. Goodbye.
You're pushing past your safety window, right?
If you're seeing me, you must be close to understanding the machine I built. So what's another 15 minutes gonna hurt to find out if you're right?
Yeah, why would you leave this on your whiteboard? Rookie move, guys!
Hey. I'm doing a story on the recent murders, sussing out if the crime at Max's that put you in a coma and the church fire connected to the Roswell Regiment attacks. Interesting. Isabel would like to do an interview.
Normally,
She slept with your brother.
but it's just right now it's not a great time for deep throat. Because my throat is busy. Talking, I mean. Why don't I just let you know if I think of anything?
But thank you for stopping by. Maybe we can grab drinks together?
Oh.
So why would you shut that beautiful, soulful maybe we could grab drinks together?
woman down beyond the fact that she investigates lies, and I literally live one?
For what it's worth, she did come in here asking about you the other night,
Okay.
This came out of nowhere.
I have had a few cocktails, and then a proposition might have been propositioned, and then
when?
Possible that I chickened out and mindscaped a naval officer to steal his waiting lift.
You bourboned and bolted, sipped and snuck.
I balled it, and
When did this happen? Am I missing something?
Dating is on hold right now. We need to focus on preventing more murders, including our own.
what about this one? Child who couldn't speak. The name's redacted, but he was found drowning in Mesa Pines Lake. He assumed his parents drowned as well, but bodies were never discovered.
Look at that date. That's the day Louise died.
Meaning that's the day your pods opened up.
Same day, same afflictions as Max, Michael, and I. It's worth a look.
Well, there are no Shatner shakes, but these are on our list of road trip stops.
Okay, we gotta pause on the cathartic high school wistfulness. We are on a cannonball run to get some sports to make some science that might save a planet from a megalomaniac ruler, but at the very least, it'll save you.
Right. I'm trying to embrace that. But I made that mixtape back in high school to slip into all the discussions I wanted to have with you, but we're not kids anymore, so I just gotta say the hard things.
What are you trying to say?
You know I burned down your lab, but before I did, I saved your tapes.
You kept my tapes?
Yeah, I
Good.
know how much they meant to you, but they were irreplaceable, so
Good.
I buried them outside my house.
You let me believe that they were lost forever.
And I always intended for them to go back to you after I died. I was a coward back then. I want to do what you're doing. Walk forward and not back. So what now?
Now it's my turn to drive.
Maybe it's because I just came out of a coma, but gotta appreciate the majesty of nature.
You know, unless the majesty of nature is also committing murders, I think we have bigger fish to fry. Jones mentioned that the ship was breaking apart as it was plummeting towards the Earth.
Our dad instilled in us the altitude trajectory and flight coordinates of the 47 shipwreck. This camp was right on the path, so you could be onto something.
Well, before we commit a felony, I just want a little more proof that this is where we should be hunting for a little green man.
And in short of finding a little green man, I mean, how are we gonna get...
Okay.
Watsons, it's time to Sherlock ourselves the whereabouts of an alien.
I feel like I'm missing some stuff.
This is distilled.
They're looking for another alien? Where did they get the idea that there was another alien?
These
Am I okay?
mark important dates in mine and Jim's lives. The day Jim got engaged, the day Rosso was born, the day I became the head of Deep Sky.
Yeah, I appreciate the nostalgia, but what did you mean when you said you killed my father?
Whereas I died and the Deep Sky version of me was born, your father, well, he chose to die a little every day. He was a double agent at Caulfield, all the while clandestinely passing information to Deep Sky in the hopes of undermining Jesse Maines and Project Shep.
Till Maines got revenge and threw him in a cell with a broken alien.
But it was in retaliation for Jim getting me the Lockhart machine.
You can't blame yourself for everything Jesse Maines did.
Your father became obsessed in his mission to help the aliens. But in his singular focus, his personal life unraveled. He developed what he called the Code. Altruistic in its conception, it became something he hid behind to justify his action. Alex has told me that you live your life following that same code. I am here to tell you that you are chasing the shadow of a man who was beyond fallible. That is the last line of this bottle. It promised that I made Jim that I would keep you away from this life and all of the consequences that come with it.
So were you happy here?
LA was a commercial for her life. The house, the view.
The boyfriend?
Heath was a commercial too, yeah. For
Getting over me.
my reasons for leaving Roswell, they were complicated, but the science wasn't. Heath showed me that. He helped me grow professionally and personally.
Okay, Generex took everything with a scrap of science on it.
But luckily, I have learned a thing or two from Rosa about squirreling science away for a rainy day.
What's wrong?
My research, all of it, it's gone.
Do you think Generex could have gotten that too?
No, Heath, he must have grabbed it for me. But before it could be discovered, he knew about this hiding spot.
Well, let's hope here. Heath is as good a guy as you make him out to be. Call him again. We explain that we're in LA
I've
and...
been explaining. He's not answering, so we gotta up our game. I gotta make my case in person. We're going to his house.
When I learned my father was part of this alien thing, I thought it was a way to somehow make him proud from beyond the grave. You see, but I've realized that I don't want a part of this for my dad, or relatives that I've never met in their feuds with Maine's men that I never knew existed. I want to do this because this could be part of my story. So thank you for showing me that my dad was flawed enough that I could step out of his shadow. I understand why you want me to make different choices. So I am. I choose to walk the same path, but better than him. Now, I don't want one of your cool decoder rings, but I do want to save Liza the doctor. I want a part of this story that I started with Alex, and I want a shot at doing it free from the ghosts. I can promise you I won't live in the past. Deal. And you shouldn't either.
How much do you know about this guy, Heath? How close were you?
This isn't the time to be jealous about a boy I met.
I'm just saying it's possible that he took your one-of-a-kind alien spores and quit, so that just like you, he could use the research himself, free of Genrex.
That grand trust speech certainly had a short shelf life.
I trust you, but I don't trust some guy I have barely met with a secret that could endanger me, could endanger my family, and break the frickin' internet if it came out.
You think I would let myself be conned?
No, I think you came out here looking for a partner and it could blind you.
Just because you sabotaged me when I thought you were mine does not mean that Heath would take the same path.
And just because you changed the wallpaper doesn't mean you've mended your blind spots.
I have learned my lessons, but you sound an awful lot like the guy who blew up my lab. So forgive me, but you're making it perfectly clear why I felt like I had to go and change the wallpaper.
Did you hear that? Must have been the electronic lock. Manual's still intact. Those your spores?
That's what held them. They're gone.
I was hoping we could skip the awkward staring and get to the part where we help Alex.
Let's not forget you violated several government laws, and legally you could never see the sun again.
Let's not forget that you don't exactly have a doorbell. And I went to Alex's house and found out that he hasn't been there for 2 days.
Alex locked away the machine 2 days ago. He logged out of the office.
Yes, you're all trustful with each other, I know. But considering he's one of the best hackers in the world, maybe he broke protocol to work on the machine that has a built-in siren song.
Run a diagnostic on the security cams in Sector 2. Oh no, he hacked the cameras and took the machine.
Are you telling me Alex has been exposed to the machine for 2 days straight?
We need to find him.
How do you like your eggs?
What?
I like mine fried, a little bit runny, Tabasco.
I don't know. Growing up, my mom didn't eat breakfast, so neither could I. And then
That's weird.
I basically had whatever he was having because you see, I am a facsimile of a human.
Okay, just start with eggs. Don't stop until you know who you are.
Speaking of the most important meal of the day, how'd you take your Gregory Mains?
Too early before coffee. Overhard.
Oh my god. Okay, well, do you want to trade life tips for sex tips? How flexible is your core? Because that makes a big difference.
Okay, and without bourbon to add to said coffee, definitely too early. In a Christian camp.
Well, at least let me help lift the burden of your sin. Maria, look. With love from Johnny Doe and the Lincoln Neighborhood Church.
Oh, it looks like just living life revealed some clues,
Very righteous of you.
Of course.
I will go investigate this cross clue. You live a little more life on top of that hard-boiled Greg. Take a mind to go, Mains.
It's like that was mine.
Is that your stuff?
No, these are brain scans. They're of a person suffering from neurodegeneration. He said his mom has Alzheimer's, but that's not what this is. This is a scan of a much younger person.
So he lied to you.
One scan is hardly a grand conspiracy. I'm gonna see if I can find some...
Someone's coming. We gotta go.
I won't be bested by some ET ham radio.
Should we talk about this being a metaphor?
We've done too much talking.
But not enough listening! 2 days ago, you might have known what was real and what was imagined. I can imagine that it would be really hard to know what step leads to solid ground and which one leads to your death. So I guess you're left with two truths. Love makes you do crazy things. And worst, your greatest fear has been actualized. Your father's hatred is stronger than your capacity to love.
Alex! I got you!
Those shoes sure don't say Sunday morning.
What are you doing here?
This little trinket was found by a Roswell FD. They probably hadn't turned it into the PD for evidence yet.
What is it?
Unity Church's version of a crucifix. On the back, it had some initials on it. It looks like a J, an O, or
a D. JD. Okay, sadly, my snooping featured fewer firemen, but I did find a lead with someone who had those initials.
Good thing about snooping in a church. Sinners can walk right through the front door.
Subatomic nuclei is only equal to the length of the
Endoplasmic reticulum, which seems to be connected to the porous cytoskeleton.
How do you know that?
You said it. Tape number 4. You just found something next to Noah's spleen that glowed when you poked it. Yeah, I didn't just keep your tapes. I listened to them as a way to be closer to you.
These are my notes. Heath stole the tapes that were hidden outside of your house. God, I'm an idiot. I was lecturing you about how I knew better, and the whole time your fears were spot on, okay? He played me.
No one could have anticipated that.
But here I am at the same crossroads again, so...
Just because we're at that crossroads doesn't mean...
How did he find the tapes?
It divided us before. This is a second chance. That's what I told myself right before Jones healed my heart. I swore that I would help Michael be less Michael, and that I'd help Isabel find happiness. And then, you know, maybe you and I could walk on the beach. The road is literally right before us. And I want to choose with you where we go next.
It feels like my console. The pieces of my console, they want to be together. But I can shift them. This thing, it wants to be closed. Maybe I can want it to be open. I was always good at breaking things.
Wait, this piece of glass isn't connected properly.
You were right. Your dad figured out a way to get his tech inside this thing.
If there were ever a good reason to cut the blue wire.
Okay. I'm gonna use the turquoise. You're gonna weld the upper connector back.
Okay.
What are we looking for?
An invoice. JD stands for a nickname, Johnny Doe. I found that name on this giant cross dedicated by him and the church. I'm hoping that if we can find an invoice, it'll give us the real name of the man that I want to question, whose necklace you found. Window. Investigative reporters first?
Damn it, Toluca.
Hey, do you want to get a drink with me?
To discuss these findings?
Oh, God, no. No, to discuss anything else.
I'd like that.
Hi, I think that I am lost.
It's okay. Sometimes people are lost when they're searching for Jesus.
Amen to that. Actually, you know, I'm looking to speak to a member of your congregation. I think I have his necklace. It has the initials JD on it.
It's a very, like, gray shirt for a...
I'll,
Usually black, isn't it?
Thank you.
Is that Camp Mesa Pines?
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Oh, I was practically raised there. Gosh, really nice couple. I had this Iron Cross restored for them as a thank you.
This brain is not human. I think it's actually...
I found the alien the Lockhart machine's trying to contact. His name is Dallas. He's a preacher at the Lincoln Neighborhood Church. His pod landed in the Mesa Pines Lake. He went by the name Johnny Doe.
Did you find anything about a kid named Buckskin?
Yeah, for sure. He was like his best friend.
You wanted to see me?
Your suggestion about checking lipids to identify the paralytic you were injected with paid off. We found its chemical signature was proprietary and came from a lab called Generex. The patent is registered to the lead geneticist who created it, Heath Tuckman.
You found the alien. We found his best friend who's been trying to save his life.
How'd you find me? Well, I tried searching for you in LA, but turns out you came back to New Mexico.
Yeah, you said on the phone this was a matter of life and death, Max.
I find those stakes produce the best results. Before we discuss what I'm sure will be a fruitful partnership, there's one thing I should clear up. I'm not Mike Evans. Around here, they call me Jones.
Well, shit, maybe you should have answered your phone. Like earlier. Alrighty-o. Well, the plot thickens. That was Roswell, New Mexico, Season 3, Episode 9. I'm very confused how they got to, like, oh, there's another alien around? Where did we get that from? What? Am I just, like, thick? Yeah, I'm just confused. Anyways, let me know. Did you like the episode? I'll see you in the next one.